What's up, everyone? Matt here with our first Who Are They real review in months, and I'm glad to get back to it. It's been an interesting quarantine for those of you who have joined the channel it's since everything. It's actually grown a lot. We have all these different shows and whatnot, and you can check out Real Talk, which has evolved. Spin from the Real if you're a Schmodown fan. Really Scared for those horror fans. Saber Reels and Final Buzzer, and our Really Trivia Showdown competition. So there's a lot going on here. But what I'm excited about, and yes, even though it's this film we're about to talk about, I'm excited to be back reviewing these films. And we actually have a brand new film for the first movie hitting theaters. First brand new movie in months hitting theaters. And that is Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe. And boy, where do I start? This movie is basically what happens when, the road rage gets the best of someone, and that someone just happens to be a crazy lunatic psychopath played by a completely overweight Russell Crowe. I'm not gonna lie, the movie starts off and it shows a little bit of promise, but it also at the same time makes you want to laugh, because how can we show that this guy really is completely unhinged? Let's have him sit out in his car in the pouring rain and light a match with his thumb, and then have the match burn till it hits his fingertips, and then have him walk out of the car and just kill two people and set the house on fire. Yes, this is spoilers because you really don't want to or need to see this film. This film was a waste of an hour and a half. And I mean, I feel bad because, I looked it up. This movie had a $33 million budget. Let me tell you something you would not be able to tell, because, my God, I guarantee you about half that budget went to Russell Crowe's contract, because most of it takes place in cars, and it's just cars chasing after each other. What? Who? And while yes, you got Russell Crowe, you do get a very charged performance out of Karen Pistorius, who plays Rachel, our main protagonist of the film, or who for some reason may see her as the antagonist. It's up to you. This all starts, she's having a bad day, she's running late, and she's trying to take her son to school. Well, they're really running late. She gets off the highway to take the side streets, and while she's on the side streets, there's this big truck in front of her with Russell Crowe's character in it, and the light turns green. He's just sitting there. So she just lays on her horn, and then light turns yellow, so she just screw it, and she goes around. And then that's basically how our movie starts. Or that's basically how our conflict starts. He pulls over next to her. He's like, hey, you couldn't give me a courtesy tap, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry that I didn't move. How about you apologize and we can reset? Well, sir, I have nothing to apologize for. And she honestly didn't. So what does he decide to do? He decides to ruin her goddamn life. And, oh, God, this movie's so nonsensical. It's ridiculous. I'm sitting there with my father, and we're watching this, and it's just like, why isn't she doing this? Why isn't she doing this? Why isn't she doing this? How is he able? This movie has no sense or direction. It's just Russell Crowe driving all over the place, trying to make this woman's life hell. And it is not worth the price of admission. I wouldn't even go see it at the drive-thru. If it's a drive-thru and it's doing a double feature that includes this, and it's the first movie, you might as well just wait for it to be over and then come for the second movie, because that's what you want to see. I could not stand the premise of this film, man. How can you do a film where the entire the entire reasoning for it is road rage. Like, what? What? And the most unrealistic sense of road rage as it is, anyways. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. If I had to rate this film, I am not being kind, even though this is my first review in months, and I do miss film. I'm not going to be kind and go, oh, I'm going to be real. This movie gets one reel, and that's being generous. One reel for Unhinged starring Russell Crowe. Are you going to see it? Are you going to go out to the drive-in? Or are you going out to the theaters reopening and seeing this? If you are, drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, check out our Facebook, Twitter, the YouTube, which you may be on. We have a Twitch now. So we're live. Check us out on Twitch. We got a Twilight Marathon live stream happening November 21st. Yeah, because that's a thing. And signing off, I'm Matt, and this was another Who Are They Real Review.